The GNEET exams should not be postponed, and here's why. Hello friends, welcome to our YouTube channel U on Infinity, and today we are going to discuss on G and NEET exams. The issue of postponement of G and NEET exams merit a serious discussion, given the concern shown by some vested segments, who under the garb of speaking up for students and aspirants, are simply playing to the gallery, to garner a few brownie points. Subscribe to updates. Greta Tintin Eleonora Ehrnman Thunberg is controversy's favorite child. From that indignant, "How dare you," which made her climate conscious famous poster girl, to now a 17-year-old Swedish school dropout, who relishes politics. Greta Thunberg has triggered a storm yet again. She is smart, or rather too over-smart. Her outrageously vocal public statement in favor of postponement of the G and NEET exams in India, due to the pandemic, run in sharp contrast to her docile and submissively meek silence on issues within Sweden, her home country. So much for being a clueless, flaky climate activist. Moving away from Greta, the issue of postponement of G and NEET exams merit a serious discussion, given the concern shown by some vested segments, who under the garb of speaking up for students and aspirants, are simply playing to the gallery, to garner a few brownie points. The Ministry of Education has rightfully decided not to postpone the joint entrance exam, JEE, Main and National Eligibility and Entrance Test, NEET. Recently, in a press statement, the National Testing Agency, NTA, which conducts these exams, said the examination is going to be held with due precaution and it is not going to be postponed. The NTA, which functions under the Ministry of Education, also said that 99.07% of JEE, Main aspirants will be offered their preferred choice of exam centers, while the same will be applied to 99.87% of NEET candidates. JEE Main is scheduled to be held from 1 to 6 September 2020, while NEET is scheduled for the 13th of September 2020. Owing to the rising number of COVID-19 cases in the country, students have been demanding delaying the exams, which have already been postponed twice. Are students justified in asking for a postponement of the exams due in September? The NTA in its favor quoted the judgment of the Supreme Court, which very recently dismissed a plea seeking postponement of JEE, Main and NEET. We find that there is absolutely no justification in the prayer made for postponement of the examination in question relating to NEET UG 2020 as well as JEE, Main, April 2020. In our opinion, though there is a pandemic situation, ultimately life has to go and the career of the students cannot be put on peril for long, and a full academic year cannot be wasted, said the Supreme Court. There have been viciously motivated and unsubstantiated allegations that the Modi government does not pay heed to the needs of students. This is absolutely false. If anything, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has taken humongous efforts to personally reach out to students and aspirants, repeatedly. Be it his Mann Ki Baat interaction in July 2020, interaction with finalists of the Smart India Hackathon in August 2020, or congratulating the CBSE achievers, or even his Pariksha Pe Chacha addresses at the Talkatoora Stadium in New Delhi for 3 years in a row now. Modi has always maintained that Young India, represented by the student community, is India's future ambassadors. In his interaction with Kritika Nandal from Panipat, the top scorer in CBSE, Modi showcased how Kritika's mother was her biggest inspiration in life, in his iconic monthly radio program. Kritika told the Prime Minister that she wished to become a doctor in life. Modi spoke to Vinayak then, a student from Ernakulam, Kerala. Congratulating him, Modi said, he is also a very lucky person because he is not on social media yet. After Vinayak, Modi had a word with Usman Safi from Uttar Pradesh's Amroha, during his Mann Ki Baat deliberations. According to Usman, his favorite subject was mathematics and he got interested in it due to a teacher named Rajat, who taught the subject to him. Coming back to the G NEET exams, these are the two national level entrance exams for professional courses. Around 16 lakh students have registered for NEET UG this year, while close to 9.3 lakh students had registered for JEE Mains Paper I, that was conducted in January 2020. An equal number of students were expected to appear for the second phase of the exam, which was scheduled for April-May this year but was postponed twice due to the lockdown arising from the COVID-19 pandemic. Several students and parents around the country have shared their concerns over conducting exams as COVID-19 cases are on a rise. However, an equal number of parents of students are also hoping that the exams are held as per the schedule so that the delay in the postponement of exams comes to an end and students do not suffer the loss of a valuable academic year. Also, medical admissions are time-bound and therefore, it makes no sense to further delay NEET, which will eventually delay the overall admission process as well. Leaving an entire batch of medical seats vacant will be unfair because next year, the intake capacity of medical institutes will remain the same but the applicants will double in number, which will lead to utter chaos. Hence, postponement is simply not desirable. A three-judge bench headed by Justice Arun Mishra on the said matter said, life has to go on, despite the outbreak of the viral disease, and that the court cannot put the career of students in jeopardy by interfering with the decision of the NTA. There is no age limit for appearing in Main 2020 examination. Candidates who have cleared their Class 12 or equivalent exam in 2018 and 2019 are eligible to take this exam. Those candidates who are about to take their Class 12 or equivalent exam in the academic year 2020 can also take the Main exam. For Advanced, the candidate should have been born on or after October 1, 1995 to take the exam in 2020. Earlier, the candidate should have satisfied at least one of the following two criteria for admission to IITs. A. Must have secured at least 75% aggregate marks in Class 12 or equivalent board examination. For reserved categories, the figure was 65%. B. Must be within the top 20 percentile of successful candidates in his or her respective Class 12 or equivalent board examination. However, due to the Wuhan virus pandemic and related problems, the Central Seat Allocation Board (CSAB) has revised its eligibility criteria for admission for the academic session 2020-21. As per the new eligibility criteria for admission, Main qualified candidates need to obtain just pass certificate in Class 12, irrespective of any percentage. Union HRD Minister Dr. Ramesh Pokhriyal also assured that the Joint Admission Board (JAB) has decided that the candidates who will clear the Advanced will be eligible for admission to IITs irrespective of their Class 12 marks. The decision has been taken due to the partial cancellation of Class 12 board exams by several boards in light of the coronavirus pandemic. CSAB has removed a minimum of 75% marks in Class 12 as eligibility criteria. A pass certificate suffices. The Central Seat Allocation Board (CSAB) has also decided to relax the eligibility criteria for admissions to the National Institutes of Technology (NITS) and other centrally funded technical institutions. In fact, the Modi government, keeping in mind the welfare of students, has been very sensitive, benign, and accommodative, relaxing various criteria from time to time. Speaking of NEET, in order to be eligible for NEET 2020, candidates must qualify 12th class examination with chemistry, biology, physics, and English subjects. For general category candidates, it is mandatory to score 50% marks in 12th grade, whereas SC, ST, OBC category candidates must score 40% marks to become eligible for the NEET exam. NEET UG's full form is National Eligibility Cum Entrance Test Undergraduate. It is also conducted by NTA, National Testing Agency, every year, usually in the month of May. From last year, i.e. 2019, All India Pre-Medical Test (AIPMT) has also been merged within NEET UG to streamline things. A very big question revolves in the mind of applicants: how many times NEET UG will be conducted in 2020? In 2020, NEET UG will be held twice in the year, and the marks of best of two exams will be taken into account for the purposes of admission into various medical institutes. In a move aimed at motivating and encouraging students, NEET UG, a must for MBBS admissions, is considered the bachelor degree for medicine and surgery. Only those candidates are eligible for NEET UG 2020 who completed 17 years by the 31st of December 2019. The upper limit for sitting for the NEET exam is 25 years for general and economically weaker sections (EWS) categories. For reserved categories, it is 30 years. The government must not therefore postpone the exams due to being held next month, as every year lost can prove to be damaging. The Modi government has, on a war footing, multiplied the number of exam centers to allow candidates to maintain social distancing protocol during these COVID-19 stricken times. The demand to postpone the exams till normalcy is restored is therefore not tenable, since the NTA has repeatedly assured on record that all precautionary measures would be taken while conducting the exams. On August 17, 2020, the Supreme Court dismissed the plea for postponing the examinations, saying delaying the examination would result in the unacceptable loss of an academic year. Also, there is no clear timeline for restoring normalcy. Even though vaccine development is moving at a fast pace, many experts say that a mass rollout is only likely in the first quarter of 2021. Since this is indeed the new normal, the postponement does not make any sense. However, strict adherence to preventive norms have to be applied and followed. In a classic case of double standards, those arguing for postponing the examinations have been the very set of people who have been at the forefront of otherwise demanding the resumption of economic activities. They have been incessantly arguing for opening public places, restaurants, gyms, and places of worship. Is it not strange, therefore, that these very people should now ask for further postponement of these crucial exams? The crowd will be huge and naturally social distancing norms will take a backseat, especially with the amount of stress and anxiety the parents and aspirants will be going through, is an utterly lame argument put forth by those who want postponement. The safety of their wards and following social distancing is as much the responsibility of parents as it is of the concerned aspirants. The government and examination authorities are doing what needs to be done, but other stakeholders from civil society need to do their bit too. Postponement is certainly not the solution. True public transportation facilities throughout the country are either on hold or have been operating thinly, and rightfully so, given the state of complete or partial lockdown in containment and non-containment zones. However, buses have been plying regularly, if not trains. Private transport is plying freely too. The number of exam centers is far higher than required, and the Modi government has ensured that students or parents accompanying them do not have to travel for long distances for the exams. JEE is an online exam. It is quite easy and convenient to increase the number of exam centers, as the infrastructure for the online conduct of exams is very robust in the country. Which country can boast of holding online exams for almost 1 million people year after year, and very successfully at that? So the argument that hosting lakhs of people for the JEE will be tricky is a flimsy argument with no credibility. Some have argued that the state of Bihar had only 22 centers for JEE conducted earlier this year. So what? 22 large, sprawlingly spacious centers for barely over 1 lakh students were good enough then. In any case, NTA has now increased the number of centers manifold, countrywide, due to the pandemic. Some others have argued that given the floods in Bihar, delaying exams is the right thing to do.